came to this point of being in sync with these fine teachers over a long path. I started as an elementary ESL teacher. I learned a lot from teaching children. Next, I was an instructional coach. I learned a lot from helping other teachers think about their own thinking and their own learning. And eventually I ended up being asked to do accent reduction or pronunciation. And I was hired to teach pronunciation, and I studied everything I could get my hands on. This is pre-radical English. I devoured everything, and I knew I was able to inform my students and my clients, but I knew also I was not making any kind of permanent change in their sound. They were smarter about pronunciation. They didn't change a single thing. Then I had a moment of awareness when I was in the dentist's office, when I realized our tongues, our speaking, our muscles are autonomous, and we have no idea what they're doing, and we don't need to because they work functionally fine in our first language. But when it comes to second language, you have to become aware so that you can change. My goal was change, helping students make the change they wanted. And that took me down a long path of how do we change something we're not aware of. And I learned that being physical, speaking is physical, so change is going to have to be physical. I learned that we think in patterns, and so change is going to have to come by addressing our pattern thinking in our clients. And I learned that rhythm, the rhythm of English, is based on duration and things like that, and I found some very interesting and unconventional and radical tools to help people learn how English is different from whatever language they are unaware of but know so completely, right? And then I met these ladies, and we realized that we all have these patterns that we saw, and we realized that students have a great deal of gifts that they come with, and they just need to be aware of the patterns. Mm-hmm. And it's been a real revelation to work with this group. I really enjoyed it.